Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we are back in 8.2. This is 8.2.3, and we're going to go for our last two lanes with the bosses. So this lane was actually pretty fun. I used a lot of Herc and Blackcat and Nimrod. Actually, I didn't use Blackcat, it was just Nimrod and Hercules. And they did really well on the lane. I'm trying to think. It was like you get power when buffs expire and whatnot, so it was pretty fun. Got a lot of specials. But now we're on this Joe Fixit boss, and as you know, Joe Fixit can put on some disorients, can really ramp up the block damage. So this guy's got ebb and flow knockdown, so you either have to special knock him down or heavy knock him down to get max damage. It's got bleed vulnerability, which is why I'm going to try out this Blackcat here, because she can bleed him. But it does have mighty charge, so the bleeds will get shrugged off as he dashes in and shrugs those off. And it's just mighty charge 1, so it just shrugs off the debuffs, so you don't get the unstoppable or anything like that. But the one thing that it does have that I thought would be a little bit easier to manage was the cramping node. So if you have a weakness on you and you hit him, you get your power drained, and with that power drain you take damage. And if he has 3 of the same buffs, or 3 of the same modes, like right there when he threw that special, he had 3 hearts, a 3 of a kind, and so when he has that, you will get a weakness applied to you. Now you can see that my combo was preventing the power drain some. Now that I look back at it, I saw that I was losing power and health, but I didn't see that it was like partial. So like maybe if I had my combo up more, I could have just ignored it. But after that happened, I was like, how am I gonna survive this? Because if I keep just comboing him, there's no way I'm going to survive this fight. So this goes for a lot longer than I would have hoped and intended. But we're gonna do a lot of dancing. So if he does throw a special and we get a weakness on, we're just gonna dance it out and not hit him. You can't hit into the block, which I don't know that I do much in this fight. But in the next one, there were some other things that I learned about this cramping node that, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I don't think cramping is new, but I don't recall that I've done it much. Like right there, even at 87 combo, I hit once into him and I lost a decent chunk of health. So at least you can willpower heal. But yeah, so we're just gonna wait out those weaknesses. Now there are champs like Nick Fury would actually be a really solid champ for this, because a knockdown will shrug that off and get rid of it. Mole Man is another option to consider. Apocalypse is another to consider, but you'd have to dance around the weaknesses as well. But you can get some bleeds and you can become disorient immune, which is nice, because just those disorients. And I kept on trying to block and like dex out of the last part, and it was not happening. But spoiler, I do solo this fight. It doesn't look good, but I was able to solo this fight. The bleeds do put in a good chunk of work, and I did my best to keep pushing him to a special 2, and that does 2 things. One, it allows less specials to apply the weaknesses. It also is fully available, and also, special 1, I can't evade that. I don't know anybody that can, but maybe Daredevil, or you phase through it with like Kitty or something like that. But and I didn't want to take all the block damage, so where possible I was trying to push to special 2, trying to stay close to where he wouldn't get the mighty charge. If you got him over here in the corner, you can get those bleeds just to keep ticking. There again, I tried to dex out at the end and I failed, and I think from then on I just tried to just tried to block. So I am getting some willpower healing. And Blackcat, you know, her bleeds can put in some good damage. I don't think there are any instances where I maybe I get a couple special 2s off with like sabotage, but they don't stay long. Or even right there, I think the heist just finished and he got sabotage put on him, and it just got immediately mighty charge shrug off. So here we got 8 bleeds, getting a lot of work in. 9 bleeds. I'm trying to think. Yeah, see if I felt better about dexing out of the last part of that instead of getting clipped, probably could have dashed back in and kept those bleeds going. And then several times in the fight, I think because of the ability accuracy and whatnot, the mighty charge got turned off. But I think it does come back here and there, and I don't understand the interaction between that and what's doing that with. Maybe it's like right when it was coming back, I'm hitting into Joe Fixit, and because I have the ability accuracy reduction, maybe it's causing it to not apply. But yeah, slowly but surely. Again, there we go. We got another special off. We got both the disorient and the weakness, and we just can't hit him. We just can't hit him while we have the weakness. No, we can't hit him to the block. I don't do that in this fight because I wasn't 100% sure, but I do that in the next fight. I'm going to let this one play out, and I'll catch up at the end and for the next fight, which I take on this guy with Galan. And another interaction that I encountered that I wasn't really expecting, and it was not good, let's just say that. Alright, so we're just finishing this up and we get the solo. So Blackcat can still put in some crazy good bleed damage. Some of it gets shrugged off, but if you can be patient, work around that cramping weakness. But that was a 7-minute fight, so that was a long fight. But so here, I decided to bring in Galan. I was using Blackcat on the path. I think it was another path with like bleed vulnerability, and so I decided to go with Galan. So Galan can't be power drained, and you know, with that ability, I figured, hey, he would be a great option to deal with the cramping node. You would think. And I also brought in Hulkling because he has a similar ability, can't be power drained. So I dropped Blackcat and I threw in Odin just to get like some extra buffs and resistance and protection and all that and aptitude. So I throw on the Odins and I'm gonna go in with Galan and I'm gonna start fighting, thinking that he's gonna be a great option for this node. I mean, he doesn't have bleed, so he's not gonna have the bleed vulnerability. But I figured, you know, if I'm getting power drained, I'm gonna build up my planetary mass, and I can just nuke him down with a couple specials, and you know, pretty much be at full planetary mass, you know, for a couple specials. It's like 200k per. So, you know, 4 or 5 of those, and I'm good to go, right? So, you know, we do also have to get in some knockdowns to take off the ebb and flow, but that's not a big deal. So here we get, again, I'm trying to dex out of the end of that special one, just like the Blackcat fight. I don't know, I'm having issues doing it. We got the disorient, we got a bleed, get some nice little intercepts going, building up that planetary mass. And I think on this next special, I gotta be careful with the disorients, because man, those disorients, when they start stacking up, the block damage and, you know, not getting your parries in and whatnot, it can really build up and be a problem. So I've lost a third of my health, and I've only done 8%. I haven't done a harvest yet. It's okay. We haven't got a weakness on ourselves yet, so we're good there. We're trying to dance, like, you know, do a little tango with Mr. Fixit here. And I was debating on whether or not to go for the special 3 or the special 2. We end up going special 3. We do get the knockdown, so we get the ebb and flow off. We're gonna throw this. It's not gonna do a lot of damage, which is okay, but we're gonna get some extra planetary mass. We're up to 720. And then I think it's right. No, it's not going to be here, because he doesn't have 3. But then I think one of these specials he's going to get. Oh yeah, right there. Right there. I wasn't watching the ebb and flow, and the stun got purified, and yeah. Oh well, we got hit a little bit. Throw the special. The specials will also trigger the ebb and flow knockdown. And right here, okay, so I think it's right here. No, not there yet. Okay, I thought I was gonna get a weakness there. Somewhere did I get a weakness earlier on? I don't think I did, because I'm gonna be hitting him with a weakness on, and instead, I still don't have it on me. I think it goes for quite a while before I get that first one. Alright, so here we activated Harvest. We need to get the knockdown. We do need, you're going to want to get the knockdown before, oh, so right here, so check this out. So I start hitting him, and I'm like, whoa. That weakness is power draining me, and I'm taking damage. And I'm like, what? And so I don't even, did I get a harvest on that one? Yeah, looking back, I did harvest, but the protection was up, so the damage that I got was peanuts. So after that happened, I'm like, well, what the heck? If I can't hit him with the weakness up, what am I gonna do? So I was like, well, maybe I can just kind of slow play this out, like I did with Blackcat, because I guess Galan can be power drained through the cramping node, which to me I think is a bug. But I don't know. I don't get it. You know, the one interesting thing is when I had I'm gonna throw a special here. Yeah, so here we're gonna get a little bit of a harvest, like 100k. But when I was doing with Blackcat, if I had the weakness on, it actually had like a power drain passive global that was showing, but here I don't have it, but we still get the same interaction. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll submit this to Kabam and say, hey, what's going on here? Why is this happening? Doesn't seem right. But you know, I'm thinking if I can just finish this fight out. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if others have this issue, but if I have an unstoppable, like my parrying and my blocking just seems off. I don't know, feels like there's like extra spacing that gets placed between you and the defender, and your timing gets out of whack. But yeah, so I think we end up getting Joe down to a pretty low amount, but I do end up dying. I think I actually end up eating part of a special 2. And I wasn't able to get this one soloed, but it's not that big of a deal. But maybe we'll get a bug fix for this for when it gets released. Or maybe it's intentional. Maybe the cramping node just needs to be reworded. Maybe not. I don't know. So yeah, I think we're gonna get one more harvest in. I'm at 6%. Now I probably could have finished this out had I not eaten a special 2 coming up. But he got really close, and I tapped him into the block. Okay, here we go. And I think I'm going to push him to special 2 again. Finish the harvest. We get a decent chunk of damage. And that was like a split second before the protection came back, and then right there, right there, Joe got me. So yeah, Joe gets me. That's not the biggest deal in the world. But so I'm gonna go back in with Hulkling, and I'm looking at this. It says, while under the effects of a weakness, the attacker's power is drained every second. Additionally, they suffer 25% of the defender's attack as damage each time as they are hit. So I don't know, maybe because was my power getting drained? Maybe it wasn't, and just that second part is the way that it's worded. It sounds like it's, you know, combined, like a mutual. They're not mutually exclusive. They're totally tied together. But yeah, I guess, you know, whatever. We're just gonna go in here and clean up with Hulkling. We only gotta hit him a few times. I think we're gonna get an unblockable special 2 here. We're gonna hit into the block, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna get the Intimidate up, and then finish him. There we go. So anyways, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.